You know the drill. You're at the airport, a coffee shop, or a hotel, and you see it. That beautiful, open, free Wi-Fi network. It's so tempting, right? But then there's that nagging little voice in the back of your head that asks, is this actually safe? Well, today we're going to cut through the hype and get you the real answer.
So let's just get right into it, because this quote really hits the nail on the head. The whole idea that just connecting to public Wi-Fi will instantly get you hacked, that's mostly a myth these days. But, and trust me, this is a big but, that doesn't mean it's totally harmless. It just means the risks have gotten a little sneakier.
Exactly. It's one thing to hear these vague warnings, but what are we actually supposed to be worried about? What can some hacker sitting in that same coffee shop really do to you? Okay, let's break down the actual threats you need to know about.
We're going to look at the 3 most common ways attackers can take advantage of public networks. And don't worry, we're not going to throw a bunch of tech jargon at you. Think of this like learning a magician's secrets. Once you know the trick, you won't fall for it.
This one is so clever because it plays on our own impatience. You see a network that looks legit, like airport_free Wi-Fi, and you connect without a second thought. But what you've really done is connect to a laptop controlled by an attacker. And now, every single thing you send, every password, every message is passing right through their system.
This next one is basically digital eavesdropping. So imagine you're passing a secret note to a friend across the room, but someone in the middle, the man in the middle, grabs it, reads it, and then passes it along. You and your friend have no idea it was ever intercepted, and the scary part, they're not just listening in. They could even change what the note says before sending it on.
Okay, so this is like shouting your private info across a really crowded room. If the network itself isn't secure, your data is just sent out in the open. And using some pretty simple tools, an attacker on that same network can literally sniff up those packets of data and see exactly what you're up to online. It's one of the oldest tricks in the book, but on unprotected connections, it still works.
So those threats sound pretty serious, right? But here's the good news. Over the last few years, the internet has gotten way safer by default. But that doesn't mean the game is over. It's kind of like we've built a stronger castle, but the attackers are still prowling around, looking for an open window.
This right here, this shows the tug of war perfectly. On our side, we've got a huge defense, HTTPS. You know, that little lock icon you see in your browser? That means your connection to that specific site is encrypted and secure. But on the other side, you see the attacker's advantage. They don't need to break through everything. They just need to find one website you visit that isn't secure, or one app on your phone that has a tiny mistake in its code, and they're in.
So this is the really important part. How do we lock down those weak points? How do we use public Wi-Fi without having to worry? The best part is that a little bit of basic digital hygiene goes a long way. So let's put together your personal safety kit.
Okay, let's walk through these 5 simple steps. First up, verify the network. Seriously, don't just connect to the one that looks right. Ask an employee what the official name is. That's how you avoid those evil twin fakes. Second, use a VPN. A VPN, or virtual private network, creates a private, encrypted tunnel for all your data. It's your single best defense, making everything you do totally unreadable to snoops. Third, look for the lock, that HTTPS icon. If you don't see it, do not, under any circumstances, enter passwords or credit card numbers. Fourth, limit your exposure. Just ask yourself, do I really need to check my bank account right this second? If it can wait till you're on a secure network, it should. And fifth, stay updated. Those software updates aren't just for new features. They contain critical security patches that plug the holes that hackers love to sneak through.
And hey, here's your ultimate fallback plan, and it's often the easiest and safest choice. Just use your phone's data. Your cellular connection is a direct, private line to your provider's network. It's not a shared party line like public Wi-Fi. If you're doing anything even remotely sensitive, this is almost always your best bet.
So where does that leave us? What's the bottom line? Well, this is all about shifting our mindset. The goal isn't to be terrified of public Wi-Fi. The goal is to replace that fear with knowledge and some really simple habits, so you can use it confidently and safely.
This is probably the best way to think about it. I mean, you wouldn't leave your wallet sitting on a park bench while you go for a walk, right? But you'd happily sit there and scroll through the news. Public Wi-Fi is the exact same idea. It's totally fine for casual stuff, but if you're going to pull out your digital valuables, your passwords, your financial info, you've got to add that extra layer of protection, like a VPN.
And that's really what it all boils down to. We've all gotten really good at locking our car doors and our front doors. The next step is just applying that same simple, common sense caution to our digital lives, because in the world we live in today, they're pretty much one and the same.